Hello YouTube, Dbtgamer Pokemon Play, part 75. In the last part, YouTube, we started the mansion, and in this part, we're going to delve more into it.
We also bitched about Red Dwarf and other shite.
Red Dwarf is not shite.
Well, no, it isn't. You can never call Red Dwarf shite.
Well, there are some people on this planet who can call it shite.
That's because they're not nerds.
What did you think of the special last year that we got was Back to Earth?
A waste of time.
Personally, I thought it was good, but I wanted it to be better. If that makes any sense at all.
Okay, let's get a few things straight. Back to Earth is supposed to carry on the story. At the end of the last season, season 8, the ship
was pretty much fucked.
The ship was being eaten alive by this sort of virus thing. The crew had evacuated.
And Rimmer just killed Death.
Lister, Crichton, the cat and Kachansky had escaped to a different parallel universe. And Rimmer, being the only one left on the ship, nutted Death in the balls and walked off camera. And that is the end. That is the end of the episode.
Adam, can we talk about Red Dwarf? I've got a diary here to read out about the origins of Mewtwo. How about we have a read?
Diary, July the 5th. Gianna. South America. Yeah. A new Pokemon was discovered deep in the jungle. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's the end of...
Ooh, calcium.
That's it, yeah, whoopee. That's the end of Season 8. Where does Back to Earth start? With... Apparently Kachansky is dead. Lister, the cat and Crichton are just sort of back on the ship. Rimmer's dead again for no evidently explored reason. And they get attacked by a squid in the water pool who transports them to Earth, where they meet Craig Charles whilst driving a smart car that looks like Starbug. They kill the writer of Red Dwarf, realise that they're not really being controlled or anything, then they wake up and it was all a dream. And then it just ends. So, go on. What the fuck is that going to do with anything about Red Dwarf? Red Dwarf is about the last surviving human, lost in deep space, alone on a singular spaceship, travelling through the universe, with the hologram of his dead crewmates. A creature who evolved from his pet cat.
A giant floating head.
The ship's computer Holly, who is quite frankly senile. And about a 40,000-year-old android, who by all rights should have fallen apart millennia ago.
Crichton can't fall apart, you know, he's got his little tinty robots.
Mini. These little tinty robots. Yeah, great. So, yeah, what the fuck has anything of that got to do with, the story of Red Dwarf?
Well, the Despair Squid was in Season 6.
Woot.
No, it was in the episode where they all go, where Lister becomes, where Lister tries to shoot himself in the head with a crossbow, and Crichton as well, and everybody. And Dwayne Dibbler's in it.
It's called Back to Reality.
Thank you. And Despair Squid, and there's actually a female Despair Squid in the Back to Earth episode. Instead of making despair, they make them happy, because why?
Well, the whole idea of a Despair Squid, it was supposed to be like this colossal
squid.
This colossal squid that kills its prey by injecting them with this kind of hallucinogenic venom that makes them so depressed that they kill themselves and allow the squid to eat them.
So the squid likes to eat dead things.
Don't we all?
Good point. Oh, and your diary.
February the 6th, Mew gave birth. We named the newborn Mewtwo. Yay. So hang on. Mew, that little about 1 foot tall bug thing, gave birth to Mewtwo, this 6 foot heavily armoured piped genetic monstrosity.
Okay, you two. I'm gonna.
I thought Mewtwo was a clone, not sort of Mew's kid.
I'm gonna tell you a little bit of some backstory to Mew now. I was on.
Hang on, that's a point. It clearly states when you go to in the later games where they introduce breeding and Pokemon eggs that no one has ever actually seen a Pokemon lay an egg. And yet these guys just happen to jot down that Mew gives birth?
Well, can I say
Continuity, my friends! Go on, carry on.
Well, I was on YouTube the other day, I was researching the Pokemon movie.
Which one?
The first one, Mewtwo Strikes Back.
You mean the first movie?
Yes. I managed to find a 4Kids episode of Pokemon which had some footage I'd never seen before from the movie. So I thought, I know, I'll give this a watch. And it basically...
It doesn't show in the delivery room. Come on, Mew, push Push harder. Breathe. Nurse, we need some more adrenaline over here. Would you like some gas and air? Yeah, go on then, fair enough. I can see his head. Oh, no. Oh, God.
Adam!
The imagery. Why do I do this to myself?
Right, can I bring us back to Earth here?
Please, I'm just going to go and hit my head against something hard.
Adam!
The wall!
Okay, sexual innuendos aside, I saw this episode on the telly, and it showed a scientist.
Ow.
And he was in a laboratory. He had 4 tubes. One tube was a giant glowing red object. The other tube was a Mewtwo. The other tube was a small Bulbasaur. And the other tube was a small Squirtle. And there was another tube containing a small Charmander.
And next to that was a bed with some kind of horrific monstrosity going, "Kill me! Kill me!"
No. So there are these 5 tubes all lined up. And then we get a look inside Mewtwo's
I found a wild, kill me!
Then we get a look inside Mewtwo's consciousness. And it's sort of sat there in the tube, just wondering who or what it is. And then this small girl comes into its brain saying, "Will you play with me?" I'm like, okay, it's a little bit weird.
I'm going to stop you there before any more imagery comes to mind.
And Mewtwo goes, "Who are you?" And she goes, "I am Amber 2. And
Hey?
well, basically, the reason why the scientist got into cloning because his daughter died, and for some bizarre reason, I don't know how this is even possible, the scientist managed to save his daughter's consciousness, and he wanted to use cloning to give her a body and bring her back to life and stuff. And I thought, how do you save someone's consciousness when they're dead? That's sort of lost when the person dies.
We're talking about a society who has technology to store living creatures on a memory card on a computer somewhere and send them over the internet. I'm pretty sure it's not that difficult for them to record someone's consciousness. They've already perfected cloning.
Good point. It just... And then for some...
Having said that, they've perfected cloning bodily transferal over the internet, and yet I've only ever seen one car.
Actually, I'm a little bit lost now. Where am I going?
I don't know, where are you going? I sort of lost interest when I started banging my head on the radiator.
Right, one more. I'll figure this out. And then, for some bizarre reason, the Squirtle clone died. The
Have you read that diary?
Yes, I read that diary. The Charmander clone died, and the Bulbasaur clone died. And then, for some bizarre reason, the Amber clone died, and then Mewtwo was the only one left standing. And then, for some bizarre reason, Mewtwo's brainwaves started surging, and they injected him with some sort of memory drug so he wouldn't remember all this.
Having never actually seen the first movie, all that meant nothing to me, but I'm pretty sure someone can fit it somewhere.
Well, this wasn't actually in the first movie, but it was under a link with the first movie.
Huh.
I just thought...
It was a preview, a trailer, or a teaser, possibly.
No, it's basically an origin story of Mewtwo. From well, that's what I got from it anyway.
Okay.
Adam Podcast, I'm going to figure out where I am. So I'm a little bit lost here. Right, I've got it, YouTube. Start from here, next to this statue and these two staircases.
Beat up this Vulpix.
You need to press the switches on this floor until this door opens.
What
then
switches?
Go up these stairs. You talk to the statues and there's a switch in each of them.
Ah, right. So, what do you do on this floor then? Fight more Vulpix.
These Bulbits are starting to annoy me.
What were we talking about?
The origins of Mewtwo.
Alright, what was I talking about?
The advancements in the Pokemon universe, how they've seen to perfected cloning and shit.
Right, enough of that bullshit. What's the next topic?
Next topic. I have recently bought a couple of new games myself.
Well, save them for next episode, because we're on like 12 minutes 30.
I've only bought one new game so far.
Oh.
I recently bought Pirates Caribbean Lego for the Wii.
Ugh. Lego games.
It's not bad so far. Although I haven't found any of the shooting levels like in Star Wars Lego.
Well, how many shooting levels can you have in a Pirates game?
I was hoping I'd get a level where you could have two pirate ships shooting cannonballs at each other.
Do you have any idea how slow pirate ships actually travel?
Well, it depends how many times you've whipped.
There's not going to be fast-paced action.
It depends how many times you've whipped the people who are rowing the boat. What?
They've got sails! You can't whip the weather. And you can't get all the crew to stand behind the sails and blow. You know, the laws of physics prevent that from working.
Wheezing!
Despite what you may see in those lying cartoons. Every action has an equal opposite reaction. You blow towards the sail, you're pushing yourself an equal amount of pressure backwards. The two sort of cancel each other out and you won't actually get anywhere.
Just ready to scratch your defence?
Unless of course you blow whilst jumping away from the ship. But then you need like, I don't know, 1,000 people just to, I don't know, make the ship visibly move. And 1,000 people jumping up and down on the deck would probably destroy the boat. Okay, I'm thinking too much into this. Right, what we doing?
What's the camera looking like?
It looks like a phone on a Meccano stand. Sorry, a Kinect stand.
I meant camera time, you moron.
Oh, 1422.
Right, on that note, we'll end the part. Meccano, my goodness.
Yeah, we're not sophisticated enough to use Meccano. We have to use Kinects. I will force him to buy something to improve this at some point. Believe me. Anyway, we'll see you next episode.